Lip actually just fumbles the bag. Okay, let's do this, boys. Let's have some fun. So I actually really don't know the details here. Maybe somebody can enlighten me. I believe this was Avril got access to this stuff, the caster. And wait, I had a conversation with somebody about this. I'm not sure exactly. Avril got them somehow and was streaming them this morning. Basically, this is Crazy Raccoon versus team from China. The team called Once Again. Basically, the Hangzhou Spark. And so I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't have like a lot of the details about like what is going, like how this and like what is going on. Should I accidentally leave the codes on stream? Okay. Yeah. So basically, TLDR is this is a scrimmage between one of the teams that's going to OWCS and another really good team that is not. I think it's because China was not competing in OWCS this stage around, but correct me if I'm wrong, China, they might be competing in next stage. Is that correct? Because I know that the whole like the whole Blizzard China thing got resolved. No, we don't know. Okay, so we don't know for sure. Regardless, this is worth looking at because this is one of the teams that is going to be going to Dallas. Maybe the best team that's going to be going to Dallas. And a really entertaining team. Let's actually look up Once Again's roster really fast. Once Again Overwatch. So Once Again. Oh, it's being coached by Rush. That's right. So we don't have the roster? Come on. It's not on Wikipedia. So it's just Hangzhou Spark. Is that a new support or is that somebody I know? Oh, it's Monk. It's Monk. That's right. It's Monk. Okay, so it's Monk, Lengsa, Gushui, Leave, Shy. Yeah. Okay, sounds good. Let's change the rank in the bottom left. When are we getting Roadhog coaching? I have no idea, mate. I coach what's given. I coach what's given. Yeah, so these players are great. Like, I mean, they have been out of the scene for a while. I don't know how long these guys have been scrimmaging recently, but Gushui, Leave, Shy, Monk, Lengsa. I mean, these are all contenders for top 5 in the role all time. I think maybe Lengset's a little bit forgiving with that one, Monk as well, but certainly top players, right? Shy, Leave, 2 of the best DPS ever in the history of professional Overwatch. Gushui, I think, one of the contenders of the best tanks ever. And Monk Lengsa, certainly not too shabby either. Now, again, I want to point out a very obvious disclaimer here that these guys have not been scrimmaging, I imagine, for very long. I don't know exactly how often they've been scrimmaging, but we're just going to assume that that's the case. They are playing versus maybe the best team in the world. So let's take a look here. The reason why I wanted to review this is just because it's content, but more importantly, it's Chinese and Korean content, which means the compositions here, I expect, are going to be weird. They only started scrimmaging recently? Okay, good to know. So you could already see it right now. We have Kiriko, Lucio, Echo, Tracer, Ball. That's not super weird, except for the Ball, which is honestly not that super weird if you think about it right now, because Ball is broken. This is post-buffs, right? It is a little weird to see Echo on this point. This point is very broad, excuse me, but Echo is pretty good. If you're scared of being run over by Dive, she has that defensive cooldown while still having the poke capability. But the real elephant in the room here is not the Ball, it's not the Echo, it's what is the frick going on over here. Now, I have no answer. I can tell you that Ana Moira is not we've seen this before. You guys might remember New Queen Street with Florida Mayhem and a couple other teams. I think Houston also pulled it out at some point as well. The reason why you run Ana Moira is you're running one support to anchor, like heal, put pressure from range, and then you have another support that's kind of plus one-ing a DPS or a tank and going in with them, off-angling, pressuring, and diving. The odd thing is that's usually Kiriko's role. you usually would run on a Kiriko. You have something that can pocket the Echo easily. That's probably why you're going to be running this. And I just don't know why it's not on a Kiriko. Moira provides different value than Kiriko. She's a lot better in shorter, tighter ranges. But she loses a lot of poke range. Her ultimate is generally a little bit worse, and she can't heal from range either. Why not just Brig? Because the way that this open map works is you don't really need the peel from Brig. If this was, I guarantee if we go to Busan, the next few points, I would expect if they're going to run Ana to probably run it with a Brig. Or any of the more congested points, right? This point is more open. It's harder for Ball Tracer to get on top of Ana, and if they do, Ana can generally defend herself okay. Open space means Ana doesn't need as much help. But then if it's open space, why are you running Moira? So you're going to see some DPS Moira. You're going to see some DPS Moira. I love you too. It's interesting to me as well that I assume that these teams have tried Briggs-Zen, and Briggs-Zen still loses to Kiriko Lucio. But yeah. Okay. So let's take a look here. Ball on point. And there's the pressure on Moira. A little bit of staging. They're cautiously taking space. There's the peel. Gushui goes in way too early. So this is just poor timing from Gushui, really. Wait. Did he get booped by Junbin? Yo, check this out, y'all. Check that out. So he actually sets up an engage using his grapple. Shoots, goes to roll out, gets knocked back by Junbin's roll through, and then pulled back in again by Junbin's slam. And dies. Now, could Monk have susued that? Yes. Could Monk... Honestly, I'm kind of surprised at how passive this backline is playing right now. But, like, that's crazy. That's insanity. And you could already see the setup here. It's like Shu on an island, long angle, and then Moira kind of getting down dirty with it. You know what it might be, chat? The Moira might be a hero thing. Like, Moira maybe is just, like, feels a little better to duel, like, the Lucios and stuff. Right? And doesn't end up stacked with her Ana as much. I'm not sure. Maybe it's harder to force Moira cooldowns with this comp than it is Kiriko cooldowns. You know? I don't know. There's logic in here, right? Like, the strategy is similar with whether you play Ana and Kiriko. It's just like which one do you get more value out of. A little bit of overextension there, but they do get the Kiriko. Like, you could see just right now, like, you could see how hard it is to bully Moira out of an angle. Like, Kiriko would have just faded away immediately. But, so Moira's a little bit weaker with that regard, but Moira can hold and hold and hold and hold and hold and hold. And he's still helping his flankers with that puff tech, right? Picking up Monk. Off-angle set up there. Weird peel back from Chorong there. I think he sees... Yeah, so he's actually fades backwards to Chu. I don't actually love that all that much. It ends up not mattering all that much, but yeah. And this is where I am a little confused about the Moira value. Because like the whole point of Moira here is that if you're doing this, why are you playing Moira? So a lot of aggressive fades that I think if China was paying attention, they could punish. Like put pressure on an angle, bait the fade, and then go from there. I would much rather have Chorong. First off, I prefer, I don't know why Lip is not marking their tracer. Lip needs to be taking an angle on their tracer here instead of chasing the ball there. But regardless, I don't think Moira going backwards is the play here. Makima's Monk. Good stuff from Lip on backline. There's Suzu. Monk still does not have a good TP target. Monk just freaking dies. What happens with Monk's CDs here? I have no answers. I don't know. I have no idea. So that's unfortunate. The peel hits Echo. They're able to catch. This is where the Moira feels really good. Like, Lingsa just dies. I think Lingsa actually just stands still. He was about to pull out his little badge or whatever those things are called. Yeah, there you go. So they're just kind of getting rolled right now, honestly. I don't really think the team from China here are, once again, really knows... They're not really setting things up all that well. Like, I've seen a lot of Kiriko Lucio stacks. They're struggling to be able to stage. They're struggling to be able to take space. Like, even right now, this is the freest in the world opportunity for a character like Kiri Tracer to take an angle and Lucio to go with, like, Ball Echo and clear out. But they're, like, full stacked, like, all the time. This is, like, rush coaching or something, man. Like, or they're just rust or maybe inexperience. But, like, they're like, this open space... The flank aggression from Chorong is just executed so much better than really any of the supports from China. Look at what Junbin's doing. Yo, what is Junbin doing? Oh my gosh, what a rat. What a rat. Okay. And even that, like, you normally would be like, why is he peeling ball? He has a perfect angle on the backline. Yeah, I would normally agree with that. But also it's like, stopping the momentum from that boop is actually just lethal. Like, it almost kills him. It almost kills him right there.
Wrecking ball.
Yeah, ball is a lot of fun to watch, I will say. And this is kind of what I talked about. Like, how are they playing on a Moira on this map with no Brig? It's because of this. Like, look at the space. I mean, what is... Chat! What is going on? The Chorong, man. This guy is... Okay, this guy, man. We got a little bit of trolling here, I think. There's the mines. There's the beat. I don't even know where Gushui is. Like, what happened to Gushui here? Aw, that's silly. Nano pulse bomb, so that's that. GG's. Gushui is getting farmed. Slam, and they don't even touch. Okay, well, that was that. Gushui back to spawn, boys. Back to spawn. Okay, so I think pretty much just better team play, better timing, better space control. I mean, I once again got their teeth kicked in. Like, let's be honest here. I would be surprised to see... I was going to be surprised to see Moira there. Because I feel like this is a little bit more close quarters. And so the Lucio makes a lot more sense. Probably go... Yeah. So, there is one big difference here. Actually, there's two big differences here. What do you guys see? So, the Ana Brig versus Lucio. Brig is better at holding a space and still being able to help multiple different angles at the same time. Whereas Lucio is better at holding a space and then moving that space, but he can't help multiple different angles at the same time. Brig is a turret and a turret enabler. But if she has to move a lot, it's no good. Lucio is not as good at helping different off angles, but he can move his angle. Right? So for the Ana Brig, you're probably not going to see Lengsa moving around as much as you would see other characters, but he'll be able to pocket his DPS better than Lucio can. But Lucio can pocket his DPS better if he's playing with him? Do you see what I'm saying? Now, the ball thing is more of a hero choice. I think that ball's strong. If you're playing on a Brig, though, it's nice to have a guarantee value out of Nano. And also, this map is close enough to justify the Winston as well. So this is really like apples to oranges here. Ball Winston, it's really whatever you want. It's really whatever you want. The only thing that's worth pointing out is that the Ana Lucio is a lot of healing without a real need for it, right? Like, you could argue that Shu could very easily get away with playing Kiriko here. Do just fine. So it'll be interesting to see what they get out of the nanos. It will probably be nanos and he's saying most of the time, but yeah. Like, you could already see that, like, there's a little bit more of an Ana Brig combo. And whereas the Lucio tends to be a little bit more dynamic with how he positions. Junmin gets caught. I think he just messes that up there. But he's okay. He has his adaptive shields. He's able to disengage. And again, like, the key thing here is that them in a small room, as long as they're able to poke out Shy, means that there's going to be a lot more pressure there. The good news, though, is that they're going to be able to support the Echo and Tracer on the outside because of the Brig. So, what happens here? Shu rotates. And this is kind of what we talked about, right? Like, the rotation with the Lucio is nice, but it does mean that Leave gets help. You see this? Heeseng does not. Now, while he's losing this, that allows Shu to take the rotation, land a flank nade, follow up off of the flank nade. So Shu sacrifices his Echo for probably the better play. Because there's a lot of pressure off of that right there. Lingsa should die as well. And then you can see the value of the Lucio right there is just be able to just W key in. Shy rolls Lip. That's actually a pretty unnecessary death there from Lip. I think he should still have... Yeah, he still has at least a little bit. Yeah, he just gets murked. But that should be it. Nice little rotation. You very rarely see an Ana nade that big, that quickly. And yeah. That's a little bit on Lengsa there. I think he was distracted with pocketing his Echo, but Lengsa can block that nade if he's aware of the Ana's positioning there. And he's saying his death was not in vain. You can see the setups again here. Ball backline harassing Lucio plus wanting the Tracer. This is something that a Brigitte couldn't really do without getting isolated on the longer sideline. There's the nade. Does it hit? It does not. But there's still, like, look at all the space control here, like, from I mean, this is just insane. Like, they have every angle. And I want you guys to watch the micro here. If you want to learn how to play ball in a brig here. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Holds the grapple. You guys see that? So he holds the grapple. He uses the grapple, holds the grapple, so he's able to maintain it, right? And it forces both cooldowns out of the brig to be able to stop the roll through. Whip shot's not enough. Bam. That's going to cancel it. But that's the problem, is now Brig is now isolated and doesn't have any bash, whip, anything. And gets isolated. You guys see that? How is it Lip dead again? Is Lip ending a little here? Not the best angle. I don't really think Lip needs to be playing inside this room. Yeah, so it's just a little too much. Like, just keep them in the room. You know, just keep pressure. You don't need to be fighting inside the room necessarily. And then I will say this is kind of funny. Oh, that's unfortunate. Dwayne, thank you for the sub. Thank you for the sub. Again, I want to point out that, like, look at how aggressive this Lucio is playing. He's really playing like a DPS. He's helping his Tracer, but he's playing like a DPS. He's controlling the angle. Shu wins the 1v1 because, of course, he does. I don't think Shy had any more blinks at that point, though, to be fair. Wait, did he? Nah, it's just silly from Shy. Even if he lands the pulse bomb here, he has no blinks, no recall, and he's in versus an Ana. Like, you're gonna die. That was silly from Shy. Chad, is Shy a good Tracer player? I know Lip's not that good at Tracer. Lip is an insane DPS player, but his Tracer's probably one of his weaker heroes. Not really. Mid. Yeah. Okay. Would you say Lip is mid as well? I would say Lip is probably mid. And by mid, I don't mean bad. I mean, like, just mid. Probably the best hit scan Tracer player. Okay, good. Better than, well, again, I would argue proper, because I think I know you're gonna be like, oh, but proper's not a hit scan, but I know what you're saying. Proper doesn't really count. Proper doesn't really count. But yeah, okay, good to know. Lip is good at Tracer. Okay. Yeah, comparing Proper and Kevster, I think, to the raw hit scan Tracers is kind of unfair, I think. I'd agree that Happy probably has a decent Tracer. Okay, we need to stop puffing up Lip. This is, like, way too many unnecessary deaths from Lip. Like, even this positioning from Lip is dumb. Like, he has Pulse Bomb. His ball clearly is marking cart here, right? Like, marking point. They don't need two people to go backwards. So, with Pulse Bomb, he gives up the flank angle that he has here, which is really, really big. And then dies because he gives up the angle and gets surprised by leave. So I just don't like this fundamental. Like this is like a miscommunication or something from Lip, but like it's not good. Like it's not good. And the key thing here as well is that it should never be Lip's job to go back and fall unless he's here. Like, whoever's job is to mark point needs to already be there. Like, if Lip's job is to mark point, he would be, like, playing here instead. Because, like, and even, like, honestly, like, they all rotate away. Like, Shorong falls back, Heesang falls back. They give up a lot of space here. This is not a good look. There's a nice angle from Shu. Ah, Shu. Look at this from Shu, guys. Ah, this is crazy. And he gets the nano off. He lives long enough. In fact, the only... I think just Leaf just doesn't get the copy he wants. Leaf just... that's so unfortunate. Lip is like A tier Tracer. All right. Should still be winnable, but I'm still concerned about the amount of space that they lost. Not a good Mines. Yeah, it's too far. Oh,
Winston.
it's not a really... This is just panic. This is panic. Their plan has gone down the pooper. This is not a well set up Mines. They can't chase. They basically Mines in front of an Ana Brig. I don't even know what Shorong saw there with his beat. It feels so late. Ay. Yeah, this is just a really sloppy fight from start to finish for Crazy Raccoon. It just feels like things got really messy at the start there, and everything just fell apart. That's a nice nade there from Shu. Shu's still doing the Lord's work, but I think this is pretty much over. I think this is what it is, Visa. This is what it is. It's the Toronto... I call this the Toronto disease. Okay, you guys want to hear the Toronto disease? The Toronto disease is when your best player, your best hit Tracer player is both your Tracer player and your Echo player. And because all these Korean players and Korean teams are forcing Echo, what ends up happening is they always put their hit scan player on Tracer, who ends up looking kind of mid. So the solution is do what is it? What's a team that Falcons has, where they have like a Tracer player that can and then also an Echo player, right? With Stalker. So with their DPS line is perfect, right? For that regard. Or you just don't play Echo. I don't think not playing Tracer, I mean, you could not play Tracer maybe in some maps, but like, you just don't play Echo. Like, you just play Hitscan plus Tracer. You go Sojourner, you go Cassidy, or something else. And like, a lot of these teams are just not doing that because I guess Echo is just better. But this is the same problem that Toronto Defiant have. Like, where people are like, why is Merit on Tracer? Because Sugar Free's on Echo. So it's like, what are you going to do? But put Merit on Echo? No. I agree. Merit Tracer is like C tier. It's not good. It's terrible. But this is what happens. Like, this is like the Korean hive mind. It's not just Korean, but like where they prioritize the comp over the over their team strengths, right? And these guys are probably doing fine with it. Like, let's be honest, Shy's Tracer's not that bad, right? But I mean, that's just the limitations. This is why having like actual projectile heroes be meta plus Tracer is always a problem for these teams. Always. Yeah, it's not a problem for M80 because Happy's an actually good Tracer. Wow, they just... okay, wow, that is insane. Okay, so let's explain what just happened. Crazy Raccoon has nothing. They have no ultimates. They also have no space. So what they do is they turn on their NA hive mind. And they say, just double key. We have nothing. We have no plays. We're playing into Primal, Nano, Copy, Pulse. We have nothing. We're not going to be able to even get our Tracer set up for a Pulse Storm. So you know what let's do? Let's set up one flank and just run it down mid. Because if they try to set up and stage a dive, they're going to get marked hard by on a break, and then they're going to nano, and then it's going to be over. So they just do something stupid. They just go run it down mid. Look at the ball. Look at the Tracer. The Tracer doesn't even take an angle. Why? Because she's getting marked by the enemy Tracer. She just triple blinks, one clips, roll right in. They try to hit the nade. They miss the nade. But you know what? They have one flank. And this is what the NA teams miss. Maybe not like Toronto, but like the NA typical players, is that even when they NA hive mind, even when they run it down mid, they have a flank. They do something corny because nobody is looking at Heesing right now. You see it? It causes chaos. And the only reason this fight is even remotely winnable while forcing two ultimates is because Heesing was on the flank. I mean, he's gonna die, but don't tell me that he didn't get a lot out of this death. Don't tell me. In fact, I think Shy's gonna die here. Shy should die there. Yeah, Shy dies. That's how you play Lost fights, is total W key chaos with one flank. That was really, really, really well done. And now they can kind of play it slow. Take space. We're even here. We have a little bit of space. We're getting closer to Nano. They don't have any ults except Primal anymore. They actually stage and engage here, and everything goes back to fundamental Overwatch. You see that? That's so good. That's really good planning there from Crazy Raccoon. And even this, check this out from Junbin. Little detail here. So he knows Ana has Sleep Dart. And look at that, just that little movement there to the cover, right? He doesn't even prioritize shooting after the slam. He prioritizes moving after the slam. It's just good Overwatch, guys. It's just good Overwatch. This is good stuff. Really messy last fight there from Crazy Raccoon, but man, did they come back in with an S-tier performance. Weird that Gushui didn't primal that.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Ana.
Yeah, that was such a clean fight from Crazy Raccoon, from start to finish. Wow. And that's what you want to see as well. Like that's what makes a team like Crazy Raccoon dangerous, is if they're able to, in Dallas, be able to play like that in terms of their communication and their planning phase, they're not going to lose, guys. Because they're not only do they have, you know, top 2 or 3 players at pretty much every role, but if they plan like that, read the ult situation, they're going to win. I don't know if they're going to play like that in Dallas, but if they do, they're going to be unstoppable. Isn't there a better flex than Echo? Yeah, that's the tricky thing. We weren't sure. We weren't sure. It works okay for Crazy Raccoon because he thinks Echo is not only disgusting, but Lips Tracer has been passable, right? At least from what chat is, from my memory, I don't know Lips Tracer as well as I'd like to. Okay, but yeah, we're back on the Ana Moira. This makes sense. This map is more open. Again, I'm questioning no Kiriko, but again, it is more open, so it makes sense why you wouldn't run the Brig or Lucio here. We talked about that the first round. Now, it's interesting here to see that once again leans back into the Ana Brig Winston here. I understand not running Kiriko Lucio like the first round, but I don't know. I guess you can't really, if teams aren't running Zen, then it makes sense to run Ana Brig Winston. But it's basically like saying, is Zen worse than Ball is good here? Because Ball is good here. This is a big, wide map. But you don't really need Ana Brig Ball. Yeah. So, okay, let's see what we got here. Again, we see the angle set up, right? Like, look, this is Overwatch 2, guys. Like, this is Overwatch 2. You guys, this is, you know, we talk about, like, Spilo's obsession with angles. This is the best team in the world, right now, anyway. And this is the setup. They have a Moira split aggressively on the short angle. Notice this. This is a very crowded, congested area. So you play Moira here, more open space, plus wanting the Echo on the wide flank. It's perfect. Perfect setup right here. Perfect setup. Good slam there. And also notice that how he slams. Remember, your slam has AoE range, so you don't have to slam on the target. Check this out. He actually slams on the region above, right? But it still hits these targets. Okay. As long as they play around their on and Echo's sightlines, it's good. Good try in the nade. Nade does hit Lengza. They have to back up from the Moira Tracer combo. And this is all the Moira's doing. The Moira's just bait. The Moira's just bait. And the difference between, I guess, Moira and the Kiriko is that Moira's able to live and hold the angle, and live and hold the angle, and live and hold the angle, and live and hold the angle. Whereas Kiriko, if she gets jumped here, she does have to TP out. So what Moira does, watch this from Showrungs. He helps the Tracer, fades out. He's still holding the angle. He's still holding the angle. He's still holding the angle. Still holding the angle. Heal orbs himself. And notice he's saving the heal orb for when he doesn't have fade. So he's basically alternating fade, heal orb, fade, heal orb. He tries to not use both because he's missing damage there. He could have been doing more damage there, but instead he saves it. He's just basically playing bait, 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 fade. I actually would have preferred... Okay, I guess the Tracer lost there. But yeah, he's just basically living to hold the angle. The problem is that the Moira isn't doing enough punish on the angle. So the Moira is logical, but it may not be very good. And that's my concern. Because he's living a long time, but there's no real reward for living a long time. And again, Lip loses the Tracer 1v1. And this should not be happening. I think... Oh yeah, he gets forced out. He needed to have run there. And then, oh no, Shu misses his shot, guys. Oh. Is it easier for players of these calibers to hit Echo as Moira as opposed to Kiriko? Not really. Yeah, Spilo definitely would have hit that. But yeah, my major complaint here is that, like, we haven't really gotten a lot of punish from Heeseng on the rotation. I think Junmin was trying, but there just hasn't been enough punish on the rotation. And obviously Kiriko can't immediately TP to your Tracer and help her Tracer as much as Moira can. And so this is where, like, again, I'm not questioning the logic of the Moira, I'm just questioning the actual value of the Moira. And like right there, for example, right? Like, this is a 1v1, you need your Moira to win. You just have to win that 1v1. You can't lose that 1v1. Skirt, think of it the sub. You can't, because it's the whole point of the Moira is that you're able to reposition and quickly pressure out a squishy, and then you fail, and it's like, okay, well, then what's the point of the Moira? So I wouldn't be surprised if Showron comes back as a different character. Maybe even a Lucio to get out of the choke here. Or Kiriko, I really don't know. Maybe they'll stick with the Moira because that's what they're practicing. I just don't know if this is legitimate practice. Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're good practicing. Oh, no, there's a Lucio. Okay, so there's the Lucio to get out of this choke. What's funny is you'll actually see the Lucio playing very similarly to how the Moira is playing at some point. But the Lucio just does better damage and can rotate a little bit more consistently. Early staging from Junbin, he needs to be really careful. There's the pincer push. He's saying Chorong denying the dive. Lip is out of position here. I will say Lip is woefully out of position here. Very late to this fight, and that's why they lose this. So there needed to be a little bit better communication on this here. I think, yeah, he ends up going a little early, gets poked out, and then he should have been here for this dive. If he had been here, Leave's dead. Monk is dead. That's actually a huge mistake from Lip there. Because what Heeseng does is Heeseng wins this duel. Heeseng wins this duel. Full stickies, verticality, and beam. But he doesn't get healed. Monk. Check this. Plus armor pack. I mean, great engage from Junmin, great engage from Heeseng, and good peel from Shorong at the same way, by the way. Look at this boop. Does he hit the boop, or am I smoking something? I think he does. That's insane. That's insane. It's just Lip. Lip just actually fumbles the bag. Lip actually just fumbles the bag. So, clearly, Crazy Raccoon are going to win this fight because of superior strategy. Yeah. There's the Lucio value right there. Blam Blam. Chorong does not live. There's no mini health back. Or there was. Or no, there wasn't. Ugh, there wasn't. Okay, so he dies, but that's all right. Forced some space. Got the kill. Junmin is stuck. Junmin should be okay. The copy double. 4 tracers. 3 tracers. Lengza pops the rally. That's a huge that's actually a huge play because he pops Heeseng out of the bam right there. So Heeseng loses his copy there. The nade also misses. They do get point cap though. Oh, check this out from Junbin, y'all. Check this tech out. Spin. And there's the retract. Watch the retract, guys. I think he uses the retract here. Bam. Goes up. Normally he would hit the wall there, but retracts. Bam! Bam! Armor pack! Yeah, so Yeah. I mean, it was good. It forced Echo out of the angle. There's a really funny meme I have here. I'm reminded of this for a second. I got to share this with you guys. Back in the GOATS days, it's just the funniest thing I've ever seen. Back in the Australian Contenders days, I got to share this with you guys. Action shot, Widow, headshot onto Hunter, swapping to Brig. Yeah. Anyway. So it is what it is. Anyway. Cheers, Jesus is the only way. But yeah, I think this is just, it looks like a bit of a force here. Is flip feed again? I monk on the crack. And that's it right there. That's it right there. I think Junman tries to force it afterwards. Yeah, Junman tries to force it afterwards. Ah! But nah, that's it. Wait, did Shu commit nano? Wait, what did Shu nano? No, this is a sunk cost going on here. They just throw more. That's 3 ultimates in that room, and they lose the fight anyway. They did get 2 kills though. Lip is dead again. Pressuring point. Bro! Lip! Wake up! Lip! I'm being scammed, man. You guys are scamming me. Okay, so China's pushing here. Well, okay, they're able to stabilize. Oh no, he's saying it's a go. We're good. So a little bit of overextension there. I mean, I understand it from Leaf's perspective. Everyone was like 1 HP, and again, this is the second time Leaf has died with copy. Like he just didn't get it off there. That sucks. Because that would have been fine. Our nice last fight territory. Nice again. Look at the juke. This guy's moves like Jagger, man. Check this out. I mean, come on. Look at this guy. This guy's disgusting. Look at this. Look at this long grapple. Bam, bam, slam on the edge, rolls away, and he's just back in. Look at that. That's just insanity. Junman's back is aching. I mean, I should be playing Tracer at this point in time. And we'd be winning more fights, I think. The beat on top of Brig. Brig is not able to maintain her distance. That should be it right there. Although I will say it's a bit of overkill. Maybe not a necessary copy, especially if you're going to be able to commit beat here. He wasn't particularly low. So it's a bit of an overcommitment there. I don't think once against 2 unhappy about that. Nice. Okay. So I'm curious to see. Okay, this is what I talked about. Again, this is where Crazy Raccoon is really dangerous. They have no ults. They're not gonna have nano in time. I don't think. They probably track copy, pulse, and rally. So they're thinking, okay, guys, this fight's probably not winnable. We don't want to give these guys too much space. So what should we do? Well, the obvious answer: Grandma flank. It's the same kind of situation as last time on defense now, where you're like, okay, this fight is not likely to be won. Let's go in crazy with Echo, Lucio, Ball Tracer. Now, again, the timing here is really bad. I don't know, like, if Lip is just deaf. But Lip is, like, really, really late again. Like, really late. Again. But, let's see what happens. The key thing here is going to be nading backline. And there it is. And then we need to sleep on Winston. He doesn't get it off, but honestly, that's okay. So this play is fine. It's just the timings are all wrong. So, like, Tracer's not there. He's saying is also really late, and Chorong is... Like, Chorong and Junbin are, like, actually insanely early here. That's actually kind of funny, too. So there's, like... It's a good play. It's just superly, I say, super messy in terms of the timing. Because now there's a chance that, like, Echo just freaking copies Lucio and that this fight's lost. Yeah, and then Lip dies again, because, like, why not? There's a mini behind you, Lip. There's a mini behind you, Lip. You moron! Wake up! Bro, come on! How many deaths is this guy gonna have? It's a mini health pack right there. I can take Lip in a 1v1. But yeah, just some missed timings there. A lot of, like, individual stuff. Wait, hang on. Listen, if we're gonna tear the man down, we gotta at least... Okay, let's be honest, that was a total accident. The guy wasn't even aiming for him. He wasn't even aiming for him. You don't get credit for that, sorry. You get nothing. Yeah, just some missed timings and a lot of unnecessary Lip deaths. A lot of unnecessary Lip mistakes, I think. Tracer. Bro, who's talking about a Tracer 1v1? Well, who's talking about an... bro, I'm talking about fisticuffs, you know what I'm saying? Glove up, son of a gun. I might not be able to reach his chin, but I can reach his gut. He's done. By the way, I hit Masters 4-3 on Sombra, so I'm good. I don't have to prove anything. Now, Lip's not a fraud. Lip's a great player. I mean, Lip's Tracer is probably not even fraudulent. This is just a bad map. Everyone has bad maps. Like, I've legit seen Backbone have awful maps on Mei. Hottie's had bad maps on Ryan. I've seen Lip have, and I've seen Proper have bad maps on Tracer and Genji. There were scrim days where Lip, like, Proper just fed on Tracer and Genji. It happens. It literally happens to everybody. That being said, the guy sucks. Like, literal trash. Freaking hate that guy. But yeah, I mean, very clearly, Crazy Raccoon, like, team play, all that kind of stuff, especially the first 2 rounds, is just, like, the gap was insane. The gap was insane. Okay. Some fun juicers here. Kiriko, Lucio, Echo Tracer, more Lucio movement. That's Flashpoint, so there's a lot of movement involved, which is why Kiriko, Lucio comps are popular. Similar concept with the Junker Queen, but you just prefer the Junker Queen because it's a more in-tight map. It's really personal preference here. I think Ball's been good in Flashpoint since literally the game mode has been launched. It's just that Ball hasn't been that good of a hero. And now Ball's received a bunch of buffs, so maybe Ball's good. But Junker Queen's received some buffs as well, so this will be a fun one to watch. There's the retract. And he's waiting. He's like Batman. Ooh, leave a little sticky with it. Nice. Forces the ball out. A little bit of baity there. I like it. I like it. And look at what Gushui does, right? Gushui's not a jackass. Gushui says, Kiriko all the way over here. Bro, you're not getting to Kiriko. But you know what you can do? Okay, that was way too much attention on Ball. I'm not going to lie. This is actually, never mind. Gushui sucks. This is stupid. As soon as you see Ball slam here, stop looking at the freaking ball. He needs to turn deal. Like, dude, Gushui could handle this easy. Shout. Not even shout. Just carnage and, like, knife and stuff. This is like the free angle to clear. So I'm like, oh, he's clearing out, right? Like, you know, forcing the Tracer out. It's good, you know? But, like, he takes so long to do it. Like, what? Use an ability! Please! Your Grace is on a 6-second cooldown! Okay, so this is terrible. So it's a nice little angle there from Leave to force Junbin out, but, like, it's actually unreal, like, what Gushui is doing here. Or not doing. So they still maintain space control. Big pocket from Shy into Heesing there, and Leave's going to overextend for that. Because Leave goes, oh, I win the duel. Really good stickies there. The problem is that his tank has done nothing, and Junbin's done a lot of something. So, yeah. I mean, maybe Goucher just isn't a good queen. Maybe they're just limit testing stuff, guys. It is scrims. And we're going to pretend it's not scrims, because we're going to yell a lot, but yeah. Bro, they don't just do it with the gold. Grandmaster players focus tank too much. Freaking everybody focuses tank too much. You guys are all dopamine addicts. You just want to hear ticky, ticky, tickies, that's all. Lose game and ticky, ticky, ticky. Nice little attempt to try and get Leave. Junman's got to be careful there. Okay. Goucher. Fraud. 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 This is a fraud check. Fraud check. Fraud check. Why does he throw Gracie after? You force the shift with Gracie. Okay, this guy's fraud check. Fraud check. That wasn't too bad. That was close. Yo, cheers, Dustin. Yo, he hits the Gracie. The reason you play Queen is because you have like these short punches. Like these jabs, like you're a threat to Tracer, you're a threat to anything that gets too close, you can push on, right? And if you do hit that Gracie, you're gonna force cooldown. So you're gonna force Amp, Recall, Suzu, it's gonna happen. So you gotta be like that's what we want to see. That's what we want. You get what I'm saying? Yes! That's my boy! Yes! That's it right there. Kind of a mistake. Okay, I will say that it's a classic lip. Like, but that was good. Junman wants that retract so bad. Wait, how did he miss that? That was weird. Okay, Heesang goes for the copy. But I don't like this from Heesang. You're down your Tracer. You kind of need to play this slow. You need to kind of hold the angle patiently. And then, crucially, if you are going to push, time it with your team. Heesang goes in by himself. And the other thing here is there's really no reason to push here. Hold the angle and poke. And when they push you, then you reactively copy and hold the angle and then whatever. Heesang pushes in, gets the copy force early. Before Junman's even ready, and then before Junman even slams, he's already out. And then because his copy lasted 0.2 microseconds, he doesn't actually have his shift back. So this is a big Heesang throw. Especially considering Shu pops a Kitsune Rush. Like, that's not even Shu's fault. That's just sloppy. That's just really sloppy from Heesang there. It's sloppy from Lip, it's sloppy from Heesang. And it's a good play from Goucher, and it's a good punish from once again. Junman trying to stall. Junman should be okay. Junman was trying to stage for the slam on high, and it wasn't working for whatever reason. Nah, what's the freaking UK cook guy? It's always like yelling. What's his name? What's the chef? Gordon Ramsay, right? What is it like? Oh, everyone sucks, you all donkey trash. You suck. And then they go with the John. Oh, sweet, gorgeous baby, sweet. You know, the Junban's forehead. You know. Well, okay, Chew, bro. I can't. That being said, my goat, Goucher. Oh! Woo! It's actually a good play from Junman to mines that, but it's just unfortunate timing that Shu just dies. So they actually get flip off of that. What is Leave doing? Leave, sir. Just copy the Tracer, man. No, my gosh, just copy the Tracer, dude. It's fine. It's Tracer. It's who you want to copy anyway. What are you doing? What is he doing? Guys, this is just like DPS throw hour? What is going on? He's like trying to greed the copy, I think, but I don't understand why. Just win the fight, bro. All right, Lip. Fraud alert. Oh, he's back. He's back. He was never gone. Ah, he sucks. Oh, how? Is he still low over? Oh, he's still low under the beat. That's why. Wait, why is he low? Oh, he just gets poked a little bit by Echo. Yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate. But honestly, this is all Shu's fault. Like, Shu is still not here. Junmin just stalling for like 75 trillion years. His damage is in the quadruple digits. Chai chases Chorong out until he's basically reached Florida, and then a nice pulse bomb from Junmin, and that's going to be it. I mean, yeah, I mean, Shu just dying there is just crippling. You know, it's like actually crippling. Why? Oh, he's doing the whole like rollout thing. I was like, why are you in Life Weaver? Oh. I swear these guys are so cringe for that stuff. Florida mention. Anything that involves crime, we'll mention Florida. 2 angle. Ball staging backline. Gushui does have ult, but ult in this comp is really hard. You have to find a way to force. I mean, really the way to go is hitting Kiriko or Lucio. That's pretty much all you can do. How does he think his copy force so early? Maybe he doesn't. Man, that's like really bad copy value. Gets it forced early, gets his recall forced early. I think just good tempo there from a little bit of like fast upbeat push there from Once Again. Lip is low again. He hits it. That's huge. That was really well done by Once Again. They got the timing of their Echo push well done. Things are getting messy here, but for Echo into Junker Queen ultimate, like that's pretty well done. Gushui, I never doubted Gushui. You guys are trashing on Gushui, but I told you guys this guy is unstoppable. You guys should never have doubted me. I never doubted. Not even for a second. Leave. What do you got for me, buddy? What are you going? We got going for me, buddy, bro. Xi Jinping has entered the chat. My boy Xi Jinping. I did doubt it a lot. Yeah, see, that's your fault. I never doubted. Mines on point. That's a really nice mines. Hits the choke. Hits the Junker Queen. Hits a little bit on point. He also noticed that he drops it really high as well. This is something I always mess up when I'm playing ball. But, like, drop the mines high when you want to cover space. You guys got to remember that. You know what I'm saying? It's a good stick. Oh, the steal. Junbin is not human. So the recall's used early. Bounce, steals the Mega, and tracks the son of a gun. Absolutely disgusting. Meanwhile, what is this fraud, absolute donkey Gushui done? That's what I thought. Nothing. Gets his shout forced by a little British woman. Fraud. Okay, so they're going to mirror Kitsune rushes. Shy being lost really sucks. THK, thank you for the sub. So I can be taller than you in Texas, student? No, you're not allowed to. I will strike you with a baseball bat in the kneecaps just to put you on your knees. You will not be taller than me in Texas as well. It's not possible. Nice little juice from Leave here. Suzu's forced, and crucially forces them back. Well, they copy on Kiriko. What is Leave cooking? I think he just gets it forced. Yeah, that was awkward. Awkward. Good beat there. This is such a messy fight. It's a nice knife there from Gushui. Kitsune! Lingsa! Lingsa, where the frick is Lingsa? Ah, just gets destroyed by Heesang. And then they beat engage. At least they get beat out. At least they get beat out. I mean, that's just a tough fight for, once again, to win. You're basically fighting a man down almost the entire time. Is there new Hanzo skin out? Yep. Okay. We continue. It isn't free. No, it's for the crowdfunding thing. Early from Junbin there. Heesing's there to try and follow up as well. He just does so much. There's the TP Forest. Shy and Lip are gonna have another 1v1, kinda, sort of. Lip needs to be careful here, but they do have a nice little pincer here. He does get the health back as well. Monk should die here. Yeah, they're able to like get a nice pincer push here at least. And he's saying uses the copy, I think. Yeah, they actually have a pincer off of this now. Let's see. How's my fraud Heesang doing? It's a good ult. Yeah, I mean, it's a good ult. It's a lot of space. And because of the chaos, they're able to pocket, basically full pocket. And by the way, check out Junman using the HP. Check this out. Bam gives shields. Look at Lip's HP. Oh, nope, we're good. You see it? Yeah, it's Monk. It's Monk. Makima is Monk. So yeah, nice little pincer there. The only problem, obviously, is that because it was such an early fight, they were able to disengage after the Tracer died. But it does mean that a lot of time was wasted, and they really only needed one team fight win. I might be okay. Like, what is the Norman Rockwell painting where the guy stands up and gives the hot take? You know, that meme format that everyone's using. I think the ball adaptive shield sharing thing was fine. I know a lot of people were complaining about like, oh, it's useless. We don't want it to be broken. It should be niche. Like, it's fine to have like niche text if it's free value. Like that right there was pretty heads up from Junman. If it was too strong, then it would just get abused. Like AoE shielding. And the funny thing is there were so many people, oh, AoE shielding broken. Oh no, Overwatch sustained 5v5, rah, right? It's like, it's been kind of like only impactful occasionally, and that's fine. That's fine. That's a Lip. Oh, that is insane. Did that force Suzu? Surely, right? No, it didn't. Wow. Wow, the discipline there. Wow. Okay, crazy minds though. You still, Cupcake, you still take flanks and DPS. You still DPS. She can absolutely flank and be in the enemy backline. You don't 2-tap as much, but you can hold an angle for a lot longer. But yeah, really nice minds. And this is the scary part about Flashpoint, is because these compositions are rotating from point to point to point, Ball can get some crazy dives staged. And this split, again, look at how broad the mines are. This split, it's just insane. That mines is insane. Yeah, that's just fight winning mines there. It might also be a small thing as well to note that like the Tracer going in first does set up, because it does distract Lengsa so that they're not able to boop the ball engage as easily. So is Ana always worse than Kiriko and Flashpoint? Depends on the comp that you're playing. But yeah, like generally you want heroes that can move quicker. Lucio's, Kiriko's, Moira's even. Timing layering, yeah. Little early engage there. It's kind of funny. Look at how aggressive Junman is. Like, Junman, as long as they're playing within Team's LOS, he's willing to engage early. He's willing to use his adaptive shields early. He's just going to be a general nuisance for as long as he can. He needs to be cautious. I think that was maybe a little bit of an overextension in terms of HP, but he seems very willing to spend his HP. Now, what happens to Heesang here? Yeah, I think this is... I'm just as I'm about to praise Junman for maybe being a little too aggressive. That's kind of expensive going a little too early there, is that Shu ends up having to put a lot of resources into him instead of his DPS. So watch the attention of Shu here, right? Heal pocket, he gets pulled, and so he's a little slow in helping Heesang. So that should not happen. Beat. Leave will be able to copy if need be. It's a fat ultimate right there. Chorong is dead. Junman's dead. Everybody's dead. And Leave doesn't even have to use his copy. That's like actually such a nice fight there from Team from China. Or once again. Let's watch that one more time. Let's actually watch that from Lang's POV. See what he has to see. Boop on the slam. Hides to avoid the beat follow-up. Repositions to hide. So if they can live the beat, which he does, then he's cooking. Yeah, that was really, really well played. No, I don't think so. I think Zarya's too awkward. Zarya struggles too much to build energy because you can't really do damage to anybody. Like, bubbling a target is not a good enough reason to run Zarya. You also need to be able to do damage yourself. A little awkward with both cooldowns being used there. We would like to see only Shout or preferably Suzu. Gushui needs to trust the Suzu there. So that's Shout and Suzu for Pulse. Leave gets the ball copy. They get the Kiriko copy onto the Echo copy onto the Junker Queen, so this is a big mess. The difference is that we have... Okay, so Leave gets a little bit smoked here. But it creates a little bit of space here. And then there's the beat engage. They kill Chorong. Monk just dies. Does he not? It's the Suzu waste. Yeah, it's the Suzu waste that kills him. It's the Suzu waste that kills him there. And also, Leave's copy is a lot worse than Heesang's. Like, look at what Heesang does with his copy. So first off, he forces the copy in his own engagement terms. He plays corner, has a nice angle for some pretty nice follow-up here. And then actually hits the ultimate. Yeah, that's it. Heesang popping off, man. That's crazy. Heesang might... Man, is Heesang the best Echo right now in the world? Like, I haven't watched enough, but it feels like just the most consistently... I would historically have said Pelican, but I haven't seen as much Pelican recently. But early mines, early engage. I don't know if they get the split that they want. And again, Junman's just a little early here. Just a little early, right? There seems to be sometimes some timing issues with these aggro pushes to Junman. They do get the split, though. How does Gushui die here? Somebody steals the Mega, and he gets so split from his team. Oh, that's that's unfortunate. So that's it. Whoa, 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 what's happening here? Junman? Junman is insane. Oh, this guy's trolling. Look at this guy. He's just touching Swan Door just to be stupid. That's insane. What is he doing? He's doing it again? Oh, that slam is so big. Oh my gosh, the damage. Look at this guy's ult charge. 43, 50, 54. That's just insane. And again, these rotations are lethal with these ball comps. These open space, you have the ball coming from any angle you want, And this time, as opposed to the last one, there's actual team follow-up, right? It's a little far, but it's just insane. I mean, I think it should be playable, y'all. I think it should be playable. Ball, I think, is strong right now. The mines and the lockout change were huge.
Flashpoint unlocked.
I'll add a codes command. Hang on. Is Venture allowed? Yeah, Venture would be allowed, but Venture's just not that good. Bro, I'm sorry. Can I just have a quick second? Can I have a quick second? I'm sorry. Just a little bit. Yeah, I've got a fragile ego, okay? You know, fragile masculinity here. I told you about Venture. I told you. Everyone's like, oh no, Venture's way overtuned. You're just bad at Venture. Oh, they're super broken. Bro, freaking pro players are gaslighting me about that. No, Venture's not. There's way too many plays to avoid Venture's range entirely, especially with the meta comps like Kiriko, Lucio, Tracer. It just no. And then they got nerfed even more. Like I'm sorry, you were wrong. I'm sorry. I'm wrong about, I know I'm wrong about things, but I'm not wrong about hero releases. I've not been wrong about hero releases since ever. I'm not. Yes, Hottie was in my head. Freaking Hottie. Hate that guy. No, Venture wasn't played before the nerfs either. Now it's hard to say because like they weren't going to actually be played until Dallas, but like, bro, nobody plays Venture. Not even ranked. There's just like the problem with Venture is that there's too many quality of life issues with Venture. Like there's too many quality of life issues that are missing, and the old, yeah, there's way too, whether it's the old or the way the cooldowns man. Let me be very clear. I like Venture. I think Venture's good hero release, a lot of fun to play. I think pretty well designed hero. And even the nerfs that they did were fair, but they need more quality of life stuff, and they haven't had it, and so you know. You know.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Okay, so let's see here. So again, they're going to be hit on rotation. Terrifying. Big slam forces the copy. The only problem here is it seems like Junman's not on the same page here because Junman looks like he wants to force copy in peace. Heeseng doesn't get the memo. Well, to be fair, Heeseng did use shift. So they need to come back. Will they come back? They keep Heeseng up. There's the beat for beat. They keep Heeseng in ult, which is huge. The reason why it's huge is even though Heeseng is not like that, like Heeseng may not even get ultimate here. Maybe he will. But the crucial thing is that he's going to have his cooldowns by the time he comes out. So yet again, good layering, good engage, phenomenal engage. But yeah, good hit, good layering. It's good stuff by Crazy Raccoon. And the ball looks so strong. Like, I don't even think that you can necessarily blame this on Gushui. It's just hard, man. Like, you have to hit every cooldown. Like, I think you could bait your engage here. That might help you in these rotations. And obviously, hitting Gracie's really important. The beat's used, so there's no real way to force Suzu. He doesn't hit that Gracie there. He's stuck in the middle of nowhere. He just isn't doing anything. Oh. Oh, that's right. I forgot the kill feed. What should Gushui play ideally? I mean, I don't know. I think they're just trying stuff here. I don't think Joker Queen's bad. I just don't know if Joker Queen's all that good into the ball. How are China winning this? Like, what is happening? Like, they were cooked. What happened here? Is it Shu again? Is it Shu fraud again? He trusts the beat. He just needed to go back to high ground. I don't know why. I think just the clear thing is just to sit here. Or even rotate this way. I just think he lost track. Okay, so that's not the end of the world, though. What happens here? I think that people get split, man. Yeah, Heeseng just greeds it, wastes his shift, and then dies. So that's a mistake from Shu. It's a mistake from Heeseng. And then what happens to the Showrun? Did they overpush on the... Yeah, they overpush. Like, especially after the Kiriko's already there. Or, that's just inting. Individual ints. Yeah, I don't know that... No, D.Va's not that good. D.Va's too slow versus ball. D.Va's more when you don't... D.Va's like the dive tank when you don't have to move as much. I think Doom might be interesting to try versus this. I think Ball Mirror. I think Junker Queen is in theory okay. I really don't know. If you're gonna play Kiri Lucy, there's only a few tanks that actually make sense. And since they Orisa nerf, there's a lot of those things still make sense. Oh, my bad. What's the pinned message? Can somebody drop the wait. Can somebody? What were the replay codes? Is RAM still good? No. Thank you, Ravage. Thank you, Ravage. My bad, y'all. My bad. Commands. Edit codes. There you go. Thank you. Blesses. A little bit of an early engage from Junbin. Create some space. Big thing here is the Pulse Bomb. That forces Suzu. Does Gushui use Shout again is the question. Oh, he gets a forced earlier. But yeah, like if you're playing Junker Queen, man, you gotta hit your knives. See, like you just have to. Like you don't force cooldowns with this character if you're not hitting Gracies. Like Gracies are your dive opportunities, and if you don't, like Junbin is just doing way too much. Like he's just doing so much damage, forcing so many cooldowns consistently, and not taking damage at the same time. So even with the Kitsune Rush, what is Hee-Seng doing? Oh, he gets booped. He doesn't have a shift. That's fine. Gushui's gonna try to salvage it because you might as well try. He does. Wow. What? Hello? What happens with the Suzu here? Okay, that Suzu was reasonable. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a losable fight because 2 ults versus 0. So yeah, I mean, that's all there really is to it. 2 ults versus 0, and this is still losable. Surprised they're going for the JQ there, not the Kiriko. Mines dropped, Lip dies. I think Lip should have disengaged sooner, just because they were playing for a reset anyway. He didn't have his recall. Who won this block? I don't know. It looks like Crazy Raccoon's the better team by a pretty decent margin, so I assume Crazy Raccoon. Kitsune, they're down 1 though. Will they get point? There's the Shout. There's the Suzu is needed. Monk doesn't have it. Very early Suzu there from Monk. And honestly, just not a lot of pressure from the DPS here either. Maybe it's the Kiriko loose. Maybe Lynx is being too passive here. Because, like, I think here... no, I think they're trying to disengage the Kitsune. It's unfortunate because they end up not really getting any pressure out. But yeah, I think that's going to be it, y'all. We got one more map because it is a scrim, but that is a W for Crazy Raccoon. Yeah, this isn't bad, exactly. This is the best team probably in the world. But yeah, okay, so there's the Mauga. I wonder how Mauga feels. They're definitely not pleased with the Junker Queen, and I don't blame them. The Junker Queen doesn't feel that good. Junker Queen feels more like... okay, let's put it this way. Junker Queen is good if you're good at the character, I think. But I don't think it's like a... Like, there's no point in playing Junker Queen if you're not a good Junker Queen. There's 2 more maps. Yeah, I got you. A bit of an odd copy from Hee-Seng. Sometimes it feels like Hee-Seng is... Like, it feels rushed. Maybe he's thinking about forcing the beat and living, but I would love for, like, Hee-Seng to be taking an angle first. Like, even if you're going to copy Mauga here, and you just drop your Cardiac and just go to town, it just feels like a better opportunity. And I don't think you die fast if you do that there. I feel like you need more than perfect macro. I think you need good micro to make Queen work. I think you have to hit your Gracies to force cooldowns. And it just wasn't happening. So that does force beat. Weird beat from Chorong here. Feels like an early beat there. Maybe I would much rather that be in response to the Kitsune rather than the copy. I don't think the copy demands the beat. I think you need to greed that beat a little bit longer. Even with beat advantage there, I think you can greed it. Look at Shy's from, or Leaves from downtown pulse on here. He really tries to hit it. Ah, almost. Big mines again from Junban. Again, the spread is just crazy. Well, wait, actually, no. Actually, no. No, I was looking at where he was releasing it, but no, actually, it's not that good of a mines. It's not, actually, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Not as good. It does bounce around Leave. They are going to be able to get some space control, and he gets the boop off of it as well. So, I believe that was Chorong. What a nerd. What a nerd. So this is probably one with a 4v3 here. They need to choke out. They need to go for backline here. There's the TP, and then look at the trap that they have set. Look at that. Look at the trap here. Look at the trap here. This is really cool. Force a TP. Force a TP. And there she is. There's a teleport. And that should be good. He's saying throwing. I wouldn't say he's saying throwing every fight. I would not agree with that. Weird pole spawn from Shy. I don't think he lives this. Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree. Yeah, definitely Rusty, for sure. Okay, again, very aggressive chokehold here. They're going to try and Kitsune. Junman goes... Like, Junman loves going so early, man. Now, there's no real crazy CC to punish this, but he really tries to force the early CDs, and sometimes I don't like it. Like, I don't like that one. I think what might be the logic is that he's thinking, oh, they're going to think that I've wasted my CDs, jump in, use their amp, use their overrun, or whatever the freaking Mauga cooldown's called. And then we respond with Kitsune, and they can't kite it anymore. That's the only thing I could maybe think. Fun ultimate. And that's a fat one, too. Oh, that is fat. Look at that. Ball, Echo, Tracer, Kiriko, Lucio, they're all trying to get out. That's a bloodbath right there. And if they can live that slam, I think, once again, could win this fight. Hey, what's up, Palto? You don't like trade for Mauga E? I just don't think Mauga E is necessary. If it's just the ball, there's no way that should force cardiac. Oh, Shy gets poked. That wall jump was smart, yeah. You don't have any mobility, so you might as well make yourself a little harder to hit. Oh, poof. What? What just happened? Come on, Monk. Some of the Kiriko plays have been kind of messy today. I'm not going to lie with you guys. All right, that's it. All right. Oh, gosh. All right, well, we're halfway done. We got 2 more maps. Oh. We got 2 more maps. What are the next maps here? We have Gibraltar. Monkey versus monkey. That should be fun. Yo, no, what's up, Palto? I'm doing good. 7 stream streak. Yeah, I think Minefield's super underrated. I think people that call Minefield bad, even pre-buff, were coping. I think Minefield is one of the more consistent tank ultimates in the game, up there with Primal Rage. I think Primal Rage is probably stronger in terms of like the flexibility and how you can use it. But bro, Minefield is better than like half the tank ultimates. Am I coping with that? I think it's more consistent value than Junker Queen ult. I think it's better than Doom ult. I think it's better than Diva Bomb. I think it's better than Orisa ult. I think it's more consistent than Ram and more consistent than Roadhog. I think it's better than Flux half the time. I think it's better than Flux. I think the only ones that are like probably better is like Grav and Mauga and Primal, I think. And I think Shatter is like Depends on the meta. Grav is really good. Grav is just hard to build. You know what I'm saying? I think Grav is a better ultimate than Mines, but it's just harder to build, you know? Hoggle, true. The boop value of Hoggle is pretty consistent. How many VOD reviews before I get Overwashed? I think Overwashed has sailed into the West. I think, at least right now, it's on like the, we're not really wanting to scrim right now, so we're just coasting. So I'm like, all right, brothers, we're just coasting. Yeah. But I think Mine's value is pretty consistent. Like, it's consistently clears high grounds. All right, I'll be right back. I got to tinkle. I'm going to get some water, and then we'll be around for round 2. Any questions so far? I guess we could just keep rolling. This looks like it's going to be full-on Winston mirror, which is going to be fun because I haven't looked at this stuff since, man, it's like 2022, I think. It was like the last time we really like spent time coaching this stuff. But we could talk a little bit about the fundamentals of how it works and so on. Basically, what ends up happening is you have these cycles of Winston pressure where like you have your bubble cycles going in. In the meantime, though, it's really about 2 things. Number 1, it's about staging your backline, and number 2, staging your DPS. And when it comes to staging your backline, essentially what you're looking for is for good sightlines for nades while still being able to deny the enemy Winston's engage. And then for DPS, it's about, for Tracer, it's about shuffling cart or looking for backline pressure. And really for the DPS, it's just about sightlines and pressure. Like sightlines and pressure, like getting the most powerful position. This is where stuff like Widowmaker can control a really nice sightline, Ashe can control a sightline, I could control high ground, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Is that me or is it too quiet? Okay. Shoes, nade gets actually body blocked, I think, by his own Brigitte. That's actually pretty funny. But what you'll see like Briggs sometimes splitting from their honest whenever the Winston isn't a direct threat. Like right now, Shu's not a direct threat of being jumped because no freaking Winston in the right mind would jump this far out of their backlines LOS. So what Showron can do instead is try to control proc, inspire, and control space from here. I like Widow at first point, at least early first point. Second first point, it's awkward, but Widow first point is like an I win button, basically. Because she could just play so far back. It'd be so difficult to contest that if you don't get a good dive on her, she's super, super tough. The hard part is as things get a little bit more congested here. It's weird that they don't have Tracer, though. Because controlling cart is a big part of Tracer's job here. If you can't reach backline, you can just angle on cart and let your backline play wherever they want. So I'm curious to see how these setups are going to be. Oof. And I feel like Ashe is weird. That's just rough, man. That's rough. Again, so much space you can control. It's funny that they have Brig on cart here, which makes total sense. Because it does mean that you're a little vulnerable to pressure. But the key thing is that, like, you want your Echo, you want your guys staged for as well as you possibly can. Gentleman gets slapped. This is pretty important. There's the whip shot. There's the nade. His bubble is so... I don't know why he's... Okay, so this is a weird dynamic. This is a really weird dynamic. The reason he's focusing Brig is because if he focuses Ana can just nade herself and armor pack. Get armor packs from and he's basically impossible to kill. If you focus Brig, the bubble cuts off on healing if you play it perfectly. The problem is that if you're not looking at the Ana, you can't block Sleep Dart and can't block nade. So I don't like this from Jundin. I don't like this from Jundin. I would much rather him bubble and play the dance with Ana, and you're just, because you're not really playing to kill you. You're just playing to keep these guys busy, create some space, and so on. I don't like the way that he played this. And so that should probably kill him. It doesn't. He gets to 1 HP. Okay. Oh my gosh. Ay, ay, ay. So they can now rotate to high ground and basically do whatever they want from high ground. I mean, why is Lip there? Remember what I said earlier about Widow's an auto win button for this section of the map, but like it's Cancer this section of the map? That's why Lip's there, because there isn't really a good angle here. So like Lip can kind of do something like this here, but there aren't really any good angles, which means if there's not a good angle, high risk, high reward stuff is more acceptable. Linksa. Linksa is really getting sloppy with these whip shots. You cannot use your whip shot here before the jump. He drops the stickies, gets a little close, doesn't block nade because he's busy whipping, and then because he doesn't have whip, he dies to Winston jump. Now I will say, Monk hits another sleep dart here. So that's nice, but it's over. Oh my gosh, Lip. Please don't jump.
So careless.
That's it. Mistake from Lengsa. Nice shots from Lip. And I really, this is why I don't like the Ashe. I just don't know, like, Ashe has to do so much mental gymnastics. If you've ever, like, I hate playing Ashe into anything that can outrange me. It's better now that Hangzhou can't one-shot because it's really just the Widow's the big problem. But man, it's really, on an open map, playing Ashe and Widow is miserable. It's just miserable. Early pulse. They're getting stuffed out here. They're able to get the rotations that they want. They actually have Widow and Cart here because Widow's sightline here is kind of crappy. So you might as well have your least impactful person. They infrasight early. I think they infrasight early just to discourage them from pushing until they get the Cart further forward. You see, he's not getting anything out of it. But if they could just, like, if they would wait the infrasight out and get the Cart here, then Lip can actually play the game. So he's actually using literally a zoning ult. Unfortunately, they're not playing. And so the Dynamite plus Nano combo should kill Chorong. Defensive Nano, definitely worth it. And this is where Widow feels a little bad. I'm surprised Gushui didn't stay longer. I guess it's because he doesn't have bubble, so there's no real point. So he sees the peel, he disengages. He's not going to leave entirely because he is planning to go in again. And I want to see what's going on with Lengsa here. Again. It's just a little too much aggression. He needs to rally. He needs to rally this. Messy. Posture check. Thank you. And Shy has done nothing. Like, literally nothing. We are now 2 minutes in, and he still has not built an ultimate. Chorong with a surprise nano. Lip with the surprise angle. The bash. The zap. And the rally's late. Shy hits a shot. But Junman overextends. Way overextends. I think this is just they knew... Yeah, it's messy. It's messy. I think Chorong as well here. I think maybe a little bit too much bloodlust. I think you can let... See, this is where I think if I'm Chorong here, let them come in first. Then respond. They push through the choke, which is why they die. You see that? So not a well set up push, in my opinion. That's a feed. Now Shy is doing something. And this is where also I really hate the Echo. I think Echo is not just not the optimal character. I think Echo is bad. Like, actually bad here. You have nothing to touch cart. You can't stage. You can't poke because the Ashe outranges you. The Ana outranges you. I think Echo is a must swap hero at this point. Must. They're going to force it. Whoops. I guess. Leave. Oh, I think they messed up the shield bash drop. Or the shield drop. Just how much impact does a coach have in a pro-level Overwatch team? Has a lot of impact over a long period of time. But I would still say a coach... It depends on the team. It depends on the team. It doesn't just depend on the coach. It depends on the team. Like, look at this. They're having to put Junbin on cart. Which just means that Junbin gets his bubble and jump force. Because... Now, he is going to be staged for... Hello, Shy? Are they just dumb? Like, what is going on? Where's Leave? And also, this is a mistake from Leave as well. Now that his pulse one is down, he really should be marking cart more. I think this is just a little bit of hubris. Like, look at that. Like, he should be making Junbin's life miserable. He doesn't. And Leave? I have no idea what is going on here, man. Like, that was bizarre. That being said, once again, I thought Ashe was a bad hero in this situation. Echo's even worse. Yeah, Chris is a total fraud. So let's talk about what needs to happen in this fight. To be honest with you, if you're playing... Okay, so Lip finally goes Tracer, thank goodness. I mean, the Widow wasn't even bad. It's just you have to have a Tracer in this point to force point. Here's what needs to happen. You need to honestly apply Tracer pressure on point. At the same time, I think you need to go for the nano copy. And I think you just need to all-in backline here. I think you get the copy Winston. I think you get the nano on your real Winston. And you just all-in the high ground. All in the high ground. So Gushui's got a zone backline. The funny thing here, chat, is check this out. I don't actually think once against backline can play here now that the Widow's gone. Right? Oh, that's brutal to Royal Flush. Bro, true story. Jack himself messaged me and apologized. Jack himself messaged me and apologized. But I was like, ah, that was hilarious, man. Anyway, long story short, I don't know why they're off the high ground here. There's no Widowmaker to worry about. They need to retake this high ground. Lengsa and Monk need to make that Winston double engage a lot harder. As it is, this gets a little bit too much value. Chu desperately needs to nano this. He's very late with a nano. Shy should die. Chorong. Maybe. Oh, just Lengsa or Lexa. Lengsa's... It's just... Or not Lengsa. The Brigade to play here is a little messy. Sorry. I think he's trying to prevent him from disengaging there, but then he turned us back to anti-nade. There's the copy. He copies Ana? He doesn't even get the... Oh, he does get the anti-nade off. Bro, this is a mess. This is a mess. What is this? There's a new patch? Okay, hang on. We gotta finish this match, y'all. Well, we gotta finish this attack. Let's finish this attack. So they do have space. Another pulse bomb from Leave. This is honestly, guys, this is just a total mess. This is just mechanical pop-offs. There's no strategy here going on right now. At least there was some initially, but this is a total, absolute mess. I don't know why Heesang is still on Echo. I don't know what the plan is with this. They've gotten nothing out of copy. They're not staging his engages. He's not able to close the distance at all. He's not able to flank at all. They're not able to support Lip at all. I don't understand why they're not doing Widow, Tracer, something like that. There's the jump to top. That doesn't quite get a rotation. That's a good anti-nade. Heesang ties on the rotation again. Get off the hero! Widow would be fine. Widow Tracer. Ashe Tracer is fine. Cassidy Tracer even. It's not good on this map, but at least you can rotate your backline. Thank goodness, dude. Like, how many times? He swaps Ashe, finally. Junbin zoning backline. Junbin messes up dramatically. I think he looks around his backline like, where's my nano, bro? What happened, man? What is going on? He's saying is dead again. Okay, well he's dead. That's not even that bad. He's just dead. Lip is forcing point. He has pulse, but it shouldn't matter. They should be able to drop Brig to touch. They do. Rally in response. Chorong just ends. I don't even know why Chorong drops, frankly. He just screws up. He gets knocked out. Like, Chorong's kind of ending right now. Nano rally. Okay. And then he gets pole spawned by Lip. I told you guys, this is just total chaos. Like, this is the ugliest map that we've seen yet. Like, I don't even know what's going on anymore. This is just disaster. I have no idea what's going on, man. I wouldn't mind seeing, I guess they won't go Widow here, but Widow is pretty good here again if you'd like to. They're trying to get some early space. It's not going to happen because Shu is swapping and point. He's saying gets domed again because you're not going to win a hit scan duel versus Shy. I mean, this is just really sloppy macro. There's no setup on pushing cart properly. The only thing that Lip has done is like basically leverage cart, but the ult trading, the ult play especially here has been really bad from both teams. Like, it's just been really messy. They're like, even now, like, what are they doing? Like, you have an Ashen spawn, bro. Like, Junman's gonna die. This is just really sloppy. Like, it's just, like, and now, like, what is Lip doing? Why is he trying to pulse spawn? What is going on? This is a huge step back in terms of the quality of play. I think it's people who are just kind of screwing around, I guess, because scrims, but, like, we haven't had a proper fight, no pun intended, like, in, like, I don't even know how long. This is a nice angle from Heesing, though. This definitely catches people off guard. That's a great angle. It's a great angle from Heesing. Really, really nice stuff. What just happened to Gushui? Oh, he just jumped off. What happens to Lingsa? He misses up again, or messes up. That's actually criminal that they just walked on backline that and got a 2v1 with on a Brig. And now, pretty good position here for Crazy Raccoon. 3 ults for 2, 4 ults, really. And then, oh my days, he's saying, Lip, what is Leave doing? Why is Leave touching? Bro, what is going on? What is going on? Good jump by Gushui, I guess. Leave. Gushui's on the flank. Okay. Oh, a little bit of an awkward nano there. He's really not sure who to jump there. He does get out of the Brig. That's good. That's going to force the defensive nano. But the unfortunate thing is that Junman should die for this. And he's saying crucially is not there for... Yeah, and then they C9. Yeah, this is a mess. This is a mess. This is really, really sad. There's the Cassie on defense. I just think, like, you could play Gibraltar defense if you could avoid sightlines. And you can kind of play Scampy and, like, take shorter angles. So I don't actually hate the Cassidy. I think the Cassidy can work. That's what I was like, I think the Cassidy's not as bad. If you could pocket him and with on a Brig. And I also think the Cassidy's good if they're going to try and force Echo. Which I don't know why every team is obsessed with playing Echo and attack here. Like, maybe there's something, there must be something I'm missing, I guess. Widow Echo attack as well. Shy does basically Shy things. Oh, I restarted the game. My replay options go back to normal. Whoops. I was like, what's happening? Where's the shot? Element of surprise. Nobody knows he's there, and that's it. You just have to hit that shot. You know what? Let's look at what the Echo's doing. Come on. Let's try and figure this out. I mean, you could burst Winston bubble really fast. You can punish Winston engages. If your Winston goes in really hard, you can. It is easier for Echo to follow. Okay, let's put it this way. It is easier, ironically, for Echo to dive than Tracer is to dive on Gibraltar because of the verticality. It's really hard for Tracer to stage on high ground on first point. It's so hard. It's hard on second point too. The problem is that Tracer does provide a lot of cart value. So you gain high ground dive, kind of, sort of, at least on first point, but you lose a lot of cart value. So maybe Echo's just like an auto win button for the clearing here because of the ability to dive stickies. If that's the case, I get it, but I just think that in that case you should swap off of Echo very quickly on second, which he's saying did not do. Spark's been fine, honestly. I think Spark's been fine. Habibi, thank you for the sub. Congrats on the 6 months, man. I appreciate it. Enjoy the new badge. But yeah, it's like stuff like this, you know, like Echo does pretty well, but like even there, it's like it's just scary versus the cast Ana. You know what I'm saying? So let's put it this way. I don't mind the Echo on first point. I can live with it. I think the second that you lose the fight, you need to swap off the Echo on second now. Good initial push off of that Ana pick. Let's see what angle Lip takes. More of a short angle. Trying to rotate. He does get the rotation. Gouche gets... And this is where, like, I think Cassie's really good. Really risky here. He rolls out and he just wins these monkey trades so much faster. And if Gouche tries to punish the rotation, but the nade's not there. The nade needed to be there. Why wasn't the nade there? Yeah, he just misses the window. Like that, if there's no nade there, then that jump's not going to work. What makes Cass played over Sojourn this season? Just immediate pressure. Immediate pressure. Immediate pressure is why Cass is played over Sojourn. And I really do think that Cass, like the loss of the one shot for Sojourn, the essential one shot, it was a big deal. Does Shy rotate slowly or what? Yeah, Shy just rotates really slowly. Shy staggers himself pretty hard here. Oh, what? Oh, it's so greedy from Heesang. Ooh. But yeah, I think I like... I really just like the Cast Tracer a lot. I think the Cast Tracer is really hard to play versus... Again, here, this is like the difference. You know, I know the Widow, the Echo's down, but like the Winston bubble from Gouche is instantly broken. Junben's able to live. That's where Widow's better, right? That's a really nice angle there from Shy. Very unpredictable. He has no idea that Shy is here. Or he does, and he just wide peeks outside the brick shield. Gouche is so low. Infrasights is used. They disengage. Oh man, that's tragic, man. Lip shouldn't be here, man. This is Shy, this is way too close. This is just silly. This is just silly, man. That's way too close. That was okay when Lip did it because he was a semblance of hiding, like a secrecy, right? Plus he had support pocket, and I just don't see the vision there at all. Why did Junben primal for that? Because if he didn't, Shy would have grappled up the high ground and disengaged. He needed the jump reset then, immediately.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Ana.
Oh my gosh, the kite from Chorong. Man, the number of times I've seen bricks turn their shields and get naded is actually insane. I think you just need to trust that. But yeah, at least they get a good pincer here, and they're going to be able to clean that up. And that is a huge ultimate investment from both teams. But you walk out the winner, you're okay with it. Shy used grapple, yeah, but again, the problem is that Ana Brig turned the corner and pocket her. Now, it turned out that they weren't there, but he assumed that. Again, I don't think the Echo's that bad on first point here. That's kind of a weird timing there. But it just... Oof, that's a nice opportunity there by Junbin. He almost gets it. Defensive nades used. Another pincer. Leave might be dead here. Huge pulse bomb. They're able to punish Junbin. What? This is a mess. This is an absolute complete mess. Junbin's on the flank. Cassidy kind of overextends. Chorong gets split. Chills, thank you for the sub. I think Lip pulls the high noon too early. Yeah, he needed to try. I don't know why he pulls that there. He's fine. Even Nano Primal's not going to kill you in high noon. So very messy team fight. So backlines are being traded. Great pulse bomb from Heesang. Then great nade from Shu. That's going to kill the enemy backline. Then, again, Echo's isolated, and Tracer just should win that 1v1. Gushui dies. How does Gushui die? Oh my gosh. You guys want to talk about why people are playing Cassidy? It's also the Season 9 changes, I swear. This character just hits so many shots. Good push there. Shy needs to live. Shy really needs to live this until his supports get out. Shy's going to die, isn't he? Oh, no, he gets one pack. Just good enough. Leave dies, though. Oh, man. Again, it's just such an awkward character to play once that verticality is gone. Deep jump from Junbin. He's got a primal. He actually gets woken up, I think, by, I want to say, Shy. Yeah. So he wakes up Shy. That's going to isolate Ana. The nade again from Shu. Shu is on the flank. Good nano as well. He's willing to sell his backline to kill the enemies. Not a great pulse bomb from Shy here. I don't know what that was. Yeah, very messy round from both teams, really, but enough pop-off plays, enough, I guess, semblance through the chaos for Crazy Raccoon to pull it out, but really, probably the ugliest map that we've seen so far, easily. I think both teams had their moments in the previous rounds. That was a total train wreck. No, Alexa, I gotta finish this one. We got one more map. Yeah, see, you guys keep saying 275 HP, but that hasn't changed. Like, that, if anything, Cassidy has proportionately less HP. Like, I don't know how it works with breakpoints, but, like, he gained percentage less HP with HP changes in Season 9. What changed was the projectile hits. It's just so much easier to actually do damage. I know that changed with every character, but with a character like Cassidy, you could still two-tap people, right? The breakpoints didn't change in that regard. And the other thing as well is, like, it's just one of the, like, what happened is the environment around him changed. Sojourn got worse. He could hit more shots, you know, so. Isn't it good versus dive burst damage, though? I mean, kind of. You could still do that before, though. Like, 225 HP with roll was still enough. I get what you're saying, though. But yeah, I think the roll buff, the high noon buff, there's, like, a lot of trickle things that have added up. This is how it always happens, right? Character gets a little buff, nothing happens. Character gets a little buff, nothing happens. Character gets a little buff, nothing happens. Character gets Season 9, people are still saying that Cassidy is bad. And then all of a sudden, people are like, oh, wait, this character doesn't feel too bad. Maybe we should try it. And then eventually, people get their minds changed. People are sticky. Metas are sticky. People don't like change. Bro, Brig on... I want you guys to remember, Brig on release did not get played in the Overwatch League for, what was it, months? And even when she was played, it was like a niche, weird, goofy strategy that was like, whoa, people are playing Brig. Release Brig! The strongest character in the history of Overwatch did not get played initially on release. So it's just people are averse to change, even pros. And the level of experimentation is never as good as it was. I won't say who, but there was a big streamer that said, oh, I played Season 9 changes. Cassidy's really bad. Cassidy's terrible. Don't play Cassidy. Don't play Cassidy. You know? It happens all the time. That's just psychology. It wasn't Sumito. But like that just happens. So it's okay. It's not even that like people are stupid necessarily. It's just that it's normal, you know? I think that this is, to be honest with you guys, I think this is just them testing something. If I'm honest with, I would be surprised if Crazy Raccoon pulled this out in a match. Bap, more open space. It's still kind of a weird character, but yeah, this is more like a poke hybrid with an anti-Winston tank. I don't think this is that good. I actually like the composition from China a lot better. First point, a lot of open space. You have Ana Brig. You've got Echo, Ashe. This is so much damage on Nubi. Mauga feels, I feel like should feel bad here. So it's going to be really about maintaining angles with your Ashe Echo to keep pressure on these guys. And then for Team Red, it's really going to be about utilizing your Tracer to try and bully those angles at the same time. So like you really need to try and get your Tracer. The problem here is that you kind of want your Brig to be taking... I actually think Chorong needs to be putting more priority in helping the angle here instead of peeling off the Winston. Because there is no real dive threat besides the Winston here. And I think Bap Cassidy is fine. Plus maybe Mauga. Like I don't think the Brig needs to be standing here puppy guarding the backline. I think the Brig needs to be going forward, rotating in, and helping the Tracer. What is going on? What? They didn't even mark Heesang at all. Did they just not scout comp? Lengsa first off should be bashing across here, not walking. I just... This is messy, man. This is just... This is messy. Marking is to take an angle and make sure that other people don't get that angle. So Tracer has this angle. I'm not going to let her get value out of this angle. I'm going to keep her busy. Like, that's actually criminal. Ah, shit, what the frick, dude, is Lengsa doing? This is just a crime. This comp isn't even that good. I don't think it's that good. I think it should be really vulnerable to it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I really do think that once again had the better comp there. I think they had the Brig to mark the Tracer, to allow the DPS to play aggressive, to prevent the Mauga from taking a space. And I don't think Mauga can just walk on Ana. That is baffling to me, man. Tracer's going to clear out Gushui. That's good. Oh, Gushui messes up his jump! This is not real. Oh. Now, they do get the nade. Or they don't get the nade. Yeah, Max kind of oversends there. It was a good try. I think it was a very reasonable try there. He got booped only after the jump, though. He got booped from the side. He got booped from the side. It's not going to change his trajectory all that much. Now, this is where the blue team's comp is like actually properly scary, because once again, they've had the opportunity to set up. I honestly think as long as they're on Mauga, Shy should just ego it here. Shy or Leave should ego here with, honestly, screw it. Put Brig here. I don't give a frick. What are they going to do? They're going to have to rotate as a unit to get you out. You bash out, you disengage, you retake high ground. If they don't do that, if they walk to cart, I think you're good to go. Maybe it's too risky with the Brig rotations there, but... I also wonder if, like, Lucio wouldn't be too... Well, I guess Lucio can't really pocket your DPS. Never mind. Great nade. Great nano. It's a really good disengage here, but does he get slept, or what happens here? You see that he jumps away from the Brig. And this is kind of what I was talking about, where, like, in theory, Bap Cassidy should be enough to be able to peel off, but I don't know if they could peel off a nano, Winston, and a nade. So that's kind of unfortunate. It's a good engage. Copy is used, though, so it's 2 for 1. They do win the fight. Hog or Mauga? Well, nerf Roadhog. Never, ever, ever should be a Roadhog meta. Early dive. Shy is a little out of position. He gets to the high ground. It's kind of an early dive there. They do force Primal, Gushue. Once again is like really getting greedy with this. Like even this is greedy. This is insanely greedy. I don't know what Gushue is doing. You've done your job. This is a great cooldown trade here. Great cooldown trade. Rinse out, disengage, reset, do it again. I have no idea why he continues to push here. I have no idea. And so this leads to a really messy ult trade. Now none of the DPS from China have actually good positions. Bob is used. It doesn't end up in an angle. Great Mauga ultimate, and that's it. That's fight one. Weird propensity to push in awkward spots and maintain pushing from once again. Sojourn swap. Sojourn's fine. Sojourn is good versus Mauga, and they're gonna go Mauga. Oh my gosh, what is going on, bro? This is a mess. That's Monk. So Malgamir. Let's see Gushue. Impress me. It's a good engage. It's a good engage. Like, you're going to die for it 100% of the time with the Cassidy and the nade and all that kind of... Not the nade, sorry, the window. But you do get a lot of space out of it. You get a lot of space out of it. And as long as Leave doesn't die here, like, Lip should die. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that was good. I think that they weren't ready for the Nano. I think in general, Crazy Raccoon was just a little bit too close. Like, if you're expecting Nano here, I think your best bet instead is to play this angle here. And force them to mark cart and or rotate up top. I think this is going to be much safer. And then you could even have your Cassidy here, but just solo window your BAP. Look at the shy kill. It's me and Sojourn. Yeah, nice hold from once again there. And the Sojourn swap, to be very clear, is just because is a little bit more space here. And Sojourn's just really good versus Mauga because you just can't miss shots. Like, you just don't miss. It's just, you just build your rail instantly every single time. Oh my gosh, what is that nade? I mean, there's no mitigation here. There's no mitigation. And then flank Ana. Oh my days. This is such a dumb comp from both teams. Like, I'm sorry, this just is so dumb. This is the goofiest thing I've ever seen in my life. Exactly, Apollo. Good night, Spilo. Cheers, Mar. Yeah, I think this whole venture change, we'll have to wait and see how it goes. I'm pleased that they're doing things that way, but we'll have to make sure that it doesn't mean that venture is like has these unpunishable windows. I don't know, Gabe, or PK. I don't know. I don't know. It's messy. They might just be experimenting with stuff with comps here. I think people are just experimenting with stuff. It did end now. Yeah, it's true. Actually, it's actually so true. Speak your truth, King. It did end now. They push hard, they get the nade, they get the pulse, it doesn't quite happen. They have to pocket Leave on cart. The good news is that they still have high and they still have Nano. We'll probably see Nano on either Gushue or Leave here. Honestly, I wouldn't mind, and they need a Nano Gushue here. Here it comes. Woohoo! Shield is just in time. Ah, this is insanity. Okay, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about the layering here. Okay, so the Pulse Bomb nade is whiffed. They lose Sojourn in the meantime. GG's. They go to cart. Leave does not have recall. Leave needs help. Leave gets help. Backline is walking forward. Shu, Lip are walking forward. Max pops ultimate. Isolate the Mauga. Pulse Bomb is used. Doesn't quite hit. Links panics and pops rally. Fine. Gushue is caught. Gets nanoed. Chorong says, frick you, you're not killing my Mauga, because, you know, actually here, this is really dangerous, because don't forget, Gushue does 50% more damage in here. I just don't know yet. Lip on the high ground. Angle on Gushui. All right? High Noon to counter this. Gushui builds his ultimate in time. There's a shield to shut down the High Noon. So now we have a Nano Mauga rally in a cage. And the nade hits on the Tracer. They don't quite have the damage or the angle because Shy is crucially not here yet. And can't kill. So all of that trade and nothing dies. Now the problem here is that once again has lost a lot of space. Do tell Will. Do tell Will. The ball has lost a lot. Not ball. Once again has lost a lot of space. And so the question, is it going to be enough? And the answer is no. I don't think so. Another nade from Monk. Like, these nades have been insane. Oh, he didn't even get a sleep dart off. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's it. That should be it. That should be it. That should be it. Okay. So well played by Racoon. They're going to go Orisa. I don't know what the plan is with the Orisa at all. I mean, Orisa can still do okay versus Mauga because you don't need your mobility, you don't need your speed because you're fortified. But I don't feel like Orisa's a strong character. I don't think the Orisa swap makes sense. I just don't think she's that good. There's the pincer. They almost get the Orisa. Orisa dies. They need to defensively nade, and Orisa dies. Surely Goose. I don't even know what Gushui plays anymore. Yeah, I mean, Orisa's just bad. High Noon from back, and this should be it. They just need to be careful of Javelin. If he can carry Orisa Javelin, the High Noon's free. Did he react to Javelin?
Yo, Spilo, at this level, would a Mercy pocketed Hangzhou ever be played? I got shredded by that combo last night.
No, because the problem with Mercy is similar to Moira, where there is value, like you could pocket somebody, like there's logic behind what you would do. The problem is that Mercy, her defensive value is too weak. Like, it's too easy to focus down on Mercy in pro play with the characters that are meta. You get a Tracer, you get a dive character, she just instantly dies. And her ultimate doesn't provide enough value. It's mostly just ranked because the coordination to punish the Mercy isn't quite there. Yeah, Gushui's freaking dead. It's a good nano there. Good Javelin spend. They're able to survive the nano. Shu is in trouble here. There's the lamp use. There's the rally use. They cancel. And then, oh my days. So wrong. Blood. There's the bash reset right there. You guys see that? That was pretty lovely. Yeah, I mean, Crazy Raccoon just kind of toying with its food at this point, I think. I guess they're trying to talk comps here, but yeah. Okay. Didn't Mercy Sojourns pop? No. Not as much. Not as much, no. Sigma, Ash, Cassidy, Batbrig. I like this comp, at least in theory. From Crazy Raccoon, it's kind of like poke. It's just essentially anti-dive poke. Angle with your Ash, angle with your Tracer. Brig pockets both. If they run dive, you have the Brig pocket the BAP or the Ash. If they don't, the Brig can pocket the Tracer deeper on the angle. Marking Tracer, Chorong angles over to help control space. And you can see the difference here. I mean, obviously they're running Tracer, not Echo here, but there's so much more proactivity with guarding that right angle. It's so much more important. Like, they're even willing to let Gushui get a free jump without whip shot just to make sure that they don't get the Tracer flank. Like, Shu's fine. Oh, wow. Okay, Shy. Huh. So they're going to try and push. That might be a bit of an overextension. Because they go, okay, we've lost one. Winston has no bubble. Let's just run it down main. So they kind of in a hive mind because they have lost one. It actually ends up working. They're going to give up 2 ticks here, maybe. But if they can keep the rotation smooth, they don't. I think Lip gets on the wrong page here. Lip is just dumb. This is just dumb from Lip. He needs to keep rotating. He needs to keep rotating. I don't know why he stops. I have no idea what he's doing. That's a totally unnecessary death. It's actually such a tight rotation from Crazy Raccoon. Are they going to kill the Ana again? They're not. Shu is going to go DPS mode, though. And gets the kill. And really nice job from Shu there. That's such a good play. Used to do math tutoring, right? Like 15 years ago, yeah. I'm not helping you with trig equations, bro. I have not coached I haven't taken trigonometry in like literally 15 years. I am so incredibly washed with math. I'm good with arithmetic still, but like I am washed. Okay, again, a pretty reasonable setup here. BAP at the back line, the Brig forward helps hold space with the Sigma. The BAP at the back to basically set up the BAP window here. So, bro, I taught calculus. Or tutored calculus. But it's been so long. Oh, that's actually such a good BAP window too. They played it. They gave space because they're expecting Nano Primal. So what they do, Winston jump, pop the BAP window, break the bubble, force the Nano early. The problem here is Shy hits the rail. It's actually really well set up by Crazy Raccoon. Like even like having Max on an island to control backline, it's just a good rail by the Sojourn. Flux hits, Monk will die. That's a really nice trade, but a crazy sleep by Monk. So, ooh, he's saying might die. Oh my gosh, dude. So it's like really good setups, but mechanical plays. Good stuff by Max there. But really good setups by Crazy Raccoon, but mechanical plays by China. Oh my days, how did they get that kill there? This is... Yeah, it's not winnable. Okay, so they're going to take top. There's going to be the Sojourn swap, I assumed in response to the Mauga swap. Mauga just because Sigma's not that good versus Winston, and there's not as much juicy sightlines here. More pressure from the Ashe on top. Brig trying to control space aggressively. Mauga trying to hold space aggressively. Mauga just needs to be careful of anti-nade and sleep. There's the brute force rally push. I actually don't love it. They really need to hit the nade. Okay, they do hit the nade because this is a little bit far from where backline is. Like Tracers, there's no real angle here. Sojourn can't see. Ana can't see as easily, but they do hit the nade. So maybe? No. Yeah, it's too far. Forced aggression from China. And they're able to retake high ground. Yeah, it was good response by Crazy Raccoon. They were ready for it. Deep push here. And honestly, it might not even be a bad idea to take a fight here. You could stop the Tracer from touching cart. The cart will roll back. And if you lose this fight, I think you're going to have time to have at least a rotation to try and contest the high ground, if not hold it. This is not as silly as you guys think it is. If this was dive, this would be silly, because there's no like positional advantage from being here. But there's no real mobility here. You're just kind of playing poke here. So you might as well just control all the angles here and just force them to use an ult. I mean, I would even use ultimates myself here. Oi, that needed to be lamped. Hello? Wait, what happens with Lip? Does he mess up his coach? Oh, yeah, it's just too far for a lamp. I mean, to be honest with you, maybe it's not a mistake. It may just be too far for a lamp. They need to just ent here. They need to ent. They need to ent. It's okay. They needed to go more aggressively sooner once they were down one. You guys, we've seen this several times from Crazy Raccoon, where they lose a man and they just go in. And they didn't really do it there. They didn't pull the trigger fast enough. Okay. Tracer stops card early. This is, like I said, they're actually able to actually fully retake top. Like, this is actually insane. This is so good. So they fully retake top. We'll probably see a Bob here. I don't imagine we'll see a rally. Well, it depends on what happens. Okay, they're going to push hard. They lose the high ground. Are they going to be able to retake it? Retake with Cage or Bob here? There's the Bob. A little bit early, but it does the job. Sleep. It's woken up. And that... Oh, he gets stunned out of it. Wait, what happens? Or does it slept out of it? Wait, does Gushui just run into a corner? Gushui just runs into a corner. That's crazy. That's okay. They still win the fight though. And that's the strategy. Don't use your ultimate. Instead, generate your next ultimate. Oh, that's funny. Okay, back to the choke here. Let's do it again. We have no ultimates, really? We're definitely not going to use our rally here, surely. I don't think you should use your rally here. Maybe. You might be able to force 2 or 3 ultimates. Maybe rally wouldn't be too bad. Depends on if you could reach a squishy. Ooh, that's a crazy nade from Monk, dude. Maybe it's not that crazy. It's just it hits, you know? Shogun's gonna have to rally this, I think. Pulse bomb. Wow. I mean, this is good, guys. This is good. I don't know what you got. I don't know. This is silly, but it's good. You know, like you used rally at the same time as pulse bomb. That's kind of unfortunate, right? But like, this is running it down their throats. You know, you forced the nano. I think he thought that they could punish their overextension. I think that he thought that even though they were down a few, I think that he thought that like Nano Mauga would just shred them, and it just didn't happen. Leave dies again. It just feels like Leave's not getting any help. Oh, he's saying. Okay, well that's that. Sojourn ult used. BAP window used. Lishu should die, but that's okay. He's saying kills another. Rally is used. And this is exactly what Crazy Raccoon wanted. That's Rally, Nano, Cage, Sojourn. And you only had to use your inferior BAP window, Pulse Bomb, and that's it. I guess Rally as well, but Rally was a long time ago. And so now you're coming back in, and it's essentially a totally empty ult fight, but not only that, but you're getting trade kills. So you're going to guarantee get high ground because somebody has to play card. So you're going to have a superior position for your BAP, superior position for your Ash. I guess the BAP is just because we could just basically free nade fight win. You need to be careful here. Counter was that a counter stun? Yeah, you don't see that too often. Counter stun, nade. It feels just like too early. From Crazy Raccoon. They just needed to wait a little here. That's that. I will say, Shu hits a really nice nade. So that might lead to a trade in Lingsa as well. If they do, I think they win this fight. They don't. Heesing has to be careful. Heesing might die. He's able to just barely disengage. He comes back in. Shu has the God angle. Lip has the angle. Max on the flank. And that's it. It's silliness for sure, but man, Crazy Raccoon pops off. Yeah, I think the key gap here for me is I think Shorong playing a little bit better than Lingsa, crucially. But I think the biggest gap here is to just the coordination and the planning side of things is just better from, and it's not a surprise. That's if you were to point out one strength, these guys have been scrimming a lot longer and competing a lot longer, and that's what we expected. Some fraud check moments from some of the messy dive mirrors, a lot of goofy mistakes. Some even the stuff like this comp stuff was kind of weird. But how do you feel? Once again, Staps up against EMEA NA based off the scrim. I mean, competitive for like probably better than most of the EMEA NA teams just based off of mechanics alone. But I think that like, I mean, it's so hard to compare, guys. Like it's so hard to compare. Good players force mistakes. Good teams look bad when playing versus great teams. So it's impossible to say. Impossible to say. We'll know in Dallas. We'll know in Dallas. Although I will say Korean players have a tendency to show up on matches. So we'll see if the Western players choke or show up. But yeah, this is interesting. I think like even if I think the team play was pretty decent. I think the first 2 rounds, I think there's definitely some goofy moments. Like let's not lie here. But I think as messy as some of the team play was later on, I think that like the compositions were still interesting, the hero play was still interesting, the mechanical stuff was still interesting. And I think like you're always going to get that with Korean Overwatch. Like they're always going to be like screwing around and playing non-Ramatra heroes. So we take what we can get. Not in World Cup. Yeah, Leave definitely choked in World Cup. Let's not lie here. But like even then though, like there was a lot of word in the street that like Team USA was destroying everybody in scrims, and China wasn't even that good in scrims. You know, and Korea wasn't even that good in scrims.